Hi guys, my name is Emily. Welcome to another Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesdays were created by Lainey from gingerreadslainey and are currently hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. Links to the Goodreads group are in the description box down below. Today is November 30th and today I'm talking about my favorite villains. Now Sam did challenge us not to talk about villains from the Harry Potter universe just because it's too easy and I feel like everybody kind of agrees, so I kind of sort of stretched beyond to my other favorite villains. Luke from the Dem House by John Burnside. So the Dem House made its rounds on BookTube last year, I believe. Everybody was really loving it. I was a little bit disappointed by it because I think I was expecting too much of it. It is something I would like to reread in the future. So Luke is sort of a psychopath. He's really interested in language and the innateness of language, and so he does some really messed up things. Like, the book wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I think Luke as a character himself, as a sort of villainous character, is kind of fascinating, and so I think he does deserve to be on this list. So the next sort of villainous character I have is from Animal Farm by George Orwell, and I think that the pig leaders in Animal Farm are sort of a fascinating group of villains. I think the pigs as villains are sort of fascinating in their shift in mentality and thought, and how they start out with very good intentions and then end up totally corrupted. I think it's kind of a fascinating look at the development of a villainous character. The next villain I have that I find particularly fascinating is Hannibal in the sort of Hannibal series. So in Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal and Hannibal Rising. Obviously a very, very messed up human, but there's still something very seductive about his character, and like, you want to know more about him and you want to keep reading, even though you know that the things he does are really, really terrible. He's fascinating, and you kind of love to see and hear about the horrific things that he's done. And the next villain I have is Lord Ballister Blackheart from the Nimona graphic novel. I find him sort of fascinating. I think he almost invites us to question how villainy is constructed and how a different point of view could shift whether or not we view this character as a villain or not, because he really hams himself up as a villain, but I think as readers we don't really see him as a villain. Really enjoyed this, and I would highly recommend you read it if you haven't already. I do think that this is worth the hype. Even though within the Top 5 Wednesdays that I've talked about this month, I've complained about this series, one thing that I really do love about the series, and I think redeems the series in some ways, is Manon Blackbeak. Manon is the nuanced character that I would like to see in our main character. You could easily read her as this evil witch because just based on how her race of witches was developed, she should be like pure evil in every way, but she really does seem to have honor and a conscience and strategy and bravery and emotion, and is more complex in all of the best ways. In the ways that Selena is just this flat special snowflake, Manon is complex and gritty, and Manon is part of the reason that I'm interested in the rest of the series. I find her fascinating as a character, especially in this book. I almost wish we could just see less of Selena and more of Manon. So those are 5 villains that I really, really enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below some of your favorite villainous characters. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!